Whenever you're ready to go, Mike.
Hey, Sharon.
Hi.
How you doing?
Doing okay. How about you?
All right. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
21 has to be better than 20, right?
Yeah. January's not looking too good right now for the world.
But just with Caresha, she's on the verge of setting this career three-point record, and obviously when you were looking at her coming to the program, that was a big strength of what she did. How has she kind of, even since she got in here, how has she developed into a better three-point shooter for you?
Yeah, I think, with Caresha, coming in and, kind of playing that off guard before she got here. And then we were able to put the ball in her hand quite a bit. And she had to learn the point guard position more. I think being able to play that 1-2 position has allowed her to grow her game, understand it, know how to read coming off of screens, where I think she's, really has improved. Whether she's got the ball in her hand and us setting up opportunities for her to score that way, or off the ball, which is the most difficult thing to do, is to move without the basketball, read the screens from your teammates. If someone's chasing, someone's, shooting the gap. And, she obviously works at her craft. She's in the gym. She's working on her shooting, worked on deeper range. That's one thing that we challenged her to do. So people have to guard her way away from the basket, so she has opportunities for pull-up jump shots. But, this was obviously, you come in, you want to do great things for your team, and then obviously individually, if you can do the things that you do well and grow your game like she has, then obviously records can be broken.
Just how has she handled teams running her off the three-point line?
Mm-hmm.
What's been the biggest adjustment there for her to handle that and still get her shots?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, just having, we throw a lot of things and a lot of people at her, whether it's, tall athletic players, where she's going to have to, if people come out and close out really hard on her, side dribbles, getting good balance, again, the depth I think is real important. People don't want to guard you, 6 feet away from the three a lot. And so, you just continue to work on, whether it's one-on-one, where it's two-on-two, where people are, you're coming off screens, understanding if someone goes below, if they give you that 1 second that you have that opportunity to shoot. Those are things that we continue to work on with her. And again, we do those things, but she also has to get in the gym and work on those.
Now she's played 3 games for you. Kind of where's she at from a conditioning level?
Yeah.
And, is she at a point now where her minutes will start to increase a little bit, or does she still have another step involved?
She's definitely has another step involved. Didn't want to have to play her as many minutes as we did against Michigan State, but when Brooke wasn't able to play, she had to play a lot more minutes. I think it's always gradual. I think with any player, you get them in, you get them to feel comfortable. She played Penn State, obviously. She did her job, but she was very frustrated. The speed of the game was different, but she came in and gave Kiana a break. And then Nebraska was kind of her breakout, but kept her under like 20 minutes. She's mentally tough. So she wants to do the best she can. But as we all know, if you haven't been practicing for 3-4 months, it's going to take a little bit of time of rhythm, but obviously pleased when she's on the floor, what she does. She gets anybody that gets a little fatigued, then you make a little, make a few mistakes or do the things that you might not normally do. But I think by mid-January she'll be in great, in better shape.
Will you have Brooke back for Thursday?
Yes, we will.
Okay. Just with Madison, here's just when you started to recruit her several years ago. What's the first thing that kind of popped into your mind watching her play and how she handled herself on the court?
Biggest thing was basketball IQ, and then just being one of the best passers I've ever seen. A lot of kids can score, but she makes everyone better when she's out on the floor. And you can tell with her assist-to-turnover ratio, her steals, she uses her length, she understands angles, she understands ball man, so her, assist-to-turnover ratio as well as her steals are, top in the Big Ten already. But just, it's her all-around game. It's not just one game. Everybody just wants somebody to score the ball. She's so efficient and so effective when she's on the floor. We need her to score more. But right now she's, doing so many other things still, getting into the understanding Big Ten basketball, and obviously didn't practice for those 3-4 months ahead of time. So, but she's just so valuable when she's on the floor, because she gives you so many different things, not just scoring the ball.
When she had her knee injury, did you think you'd get her back for the first game?
No. It's, we don't know about freshmen. We don't know their toughness. We don't know their conditioning. So when she wasn't able to practice a lot, and then when she kind of came back, the knee brace didn't allow her to bend her knee a lot, or flex her knee. So it was, she didn't move as well, but it was a process for her. But again, being on the court, she just brings calmness, steadiness. You have to guard her outside, so that's why she's such an efficient passer. If you don't guard her, she'll, shoot the three. So I wasn't really sure. We just put her in because at that point we only had really 3.5 guards. She was the fourth half and 4 posts right before our season started. So for her to be able to just go out there that first game and grind it out, we learned a lot about her.
Is it easy to tell that she's the coach's kid?
Yeah, absolutely. She's just so well coached. She understands positions 1 through 4. You tell her something once, she gets it. She doesn't make the same mistake twice. She's definitely been coached her entire life, and she just understands. If there's a mismatch, if someone else is shooting the ball better, she's going to get that ball to them. But just understanding angles and game strategy, as a freshman, she's been the most impressive that I've had in my career.
Can you see that she's thinking 1 or 2 passes ahead?
Yes. And I saw that in high school. I saw that in AAU. That's what I loved about her, because she's, as a coach, you have to have those 2-3 frames ahead of time. And, when you have a player that can see that, Kiana's finally gotten to that point as well. When you see that, then they're a step ahead and understand, defense understands, understanding, who that next pass is going to be open for. That's something that you saw. You just didn't know if she could, obviously you got to come to the college level and play. We still got a long way to go. But she continues to do some really good things, and she just lets the game come to her, and she slows the game down, which is helpful to us.
All right, with the 2 games got coming up, both on the road, is this a trip where you will stay out on the East Coast, go to Rutgers and Maryland? You won't come back to Purdue?
Correct. Yes, that's how they have us right now. There's no reason, with everything that's going on in the world with the COVID, you don't want to be going back and forth a lot. So this trip we will leave Wednesday evening, and then won't come back until after the game against Maryland on Sunday.
Now, you've had the one road trip. How did that go from a testing and everything from that standpoint? You feel good about it at the end?
Yeah, obviously being gone 5 days is going to be a bit different. We have them, in their own rooms, or if 2 kids have already, been involved with COVID, you can put 2 in a room, but it's just different. The testing's gone fine. You get a test, you sit in a bus, you get a test, or you may sit and wait for, the half hour, and then you go and do your shoot around. The important thing is when we go into hotels, if there's a big enough area so we can actually, break down film, if it's half the group, or the whole group. When we went to Penn State, that didn't happen. So it was kind of like we flew in that night. We grabbed our box lunch, went back to our rooms. Next morning, all got up, got tested, had a pregame meal, and played. So, this road trip obviously will be interesting just because we have a lot more time on our hands, as well as, going to 2 different universities.
Any sightseeing opportunities?
We're just hoping on Friday we'll, be able to obviously go into D.C., and be able to see, you know, obviously all the things that we can do, the monuments and by the White House and that type of stuff.
Well, that'll be interesting.
Yes, it will. Yeah, so we'll let you know how that went if it happens. As long as we all stay, if we're all negative, life's good.
All right. Well, Sharon, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.